Where are you? Oh, hi. There we are. Welcome back to Nerd Down on the Creek. It's cold in here. So, we're weightlifting today, and we are doing bench press and back squats. We've talked a lot about back squats. We're not going to address those today. Today, we're going to talk about the bench press. Disclaimer, spoiler alert, caveat, I don't like the bench press. I'm not very good at it. I got really long arms, itty bitty little chest, not a very strong bench presser, not to mention don't really do it that much, and bench pressing is a very intricate and high skill movement that everyone thinks is just a meathead movement. It's not. There's a lot involved. So what we're going to do is I'm going to talk about the theoretical points of performance, not even theoretical, but the points of performance, the language around like what you should do, but as far as like little tips and tricks and things that make it and like, you know, those expert little skilled cues, don't ask me. Probably ask somebody who bench presses a lot more and has a really good bench press, because I can't really help you out. But I can get you started. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the 5 points of performance, or the 5 points of connection that you're going to maintain on the bench. When you get that bench, or when you get that bar out of the rack, how you want to set your shoulders, and then when you get stuck through the pressing motion, things that you can do to kind of help get you through those sticky spots. So the first thing we want to talk about is when I'm on the bench, I want 5 points of contact. The back of my head, shoulder, shoulder, heel, heel. Why? Because when I bench press, I'm actually driving through my legs, not just my arms. So heel, heel, shoulder, shoulder, back of my head is what is in contact with something to press against. My hands are at that clean with grip. I take the bar up out of the rack, set the shoulders, lower it down, full range of motion, touch that chest, and when I go to press, I drive through those heels and press up. Set the shoulders, drive it down, drive through those heels and press up. We'll give one more. Set the shoulders, drive through those heels, re-rack it. I'm done. That's the bench press. Like I said, relatively simple, but what makes it a high skill movement is the timing and the coordination. So often what happens when somebody is, now we're here, when somebody's pressing, they get to here, and they get stuck because they forget that they have these things called feet to press against. So I'm squeezing my butt, squeezing my belly, pressing my heels into the ground, and that's what's driving that bar up. Yes, I'm pressing it with my arms, but I'm doing a lot of work with this. Another thing we can think about is when I am in that starting position, I can set my shoulders, then lower the bar. It gives my elbows tracks to come down, sort of like they're staying in a rails. So what I mean is, I set those shoulders, and now I've got room for my elbows to track backwards. My scap are all pulled tight, and when I go to press, I get to that sticky spot, drive those shoulder blades back out against the bench. I want you to watch something. I'm not going to move anything but my scapula. That is about 2 inches of movement and about 2 inches back. Let's say I don't move my scapula. I still have to travel those 4 inches for the bench press. So if I just do this, I just shortened my bench press by about 4 inches. And it gives you that extra little oomph to push through when you get stuck in the middle of the bench. Bench press, we don't do it that often. It's a great movement. It's a great strength movement. It's a great coordination and precision, balance, agility, accuracy, coordination and accuracy. Coordination and accuracy movement, meaning I gotta have the coordination to fire the right muscles at the right time, and I've gotta have the accuracy of keeping that bar over the center of my chest, not let it track up, not let it track down. Great for building that strength, for building that coordination, building that accuracy. Why we don't do it a whole lot is you can get a lot of the same bang for your buck. Power cleaning, pressing overhead, which directly translate to our Olympic lifts. So, right, if I gotta pick A or B, I'm gonna pick B, which is the power clean, my pressing overhead, jerking, that kind of stuff, versus the bench press. But hey, it's what's on the menu today, and it's fun, and you guys are gonna love it, and we'll see you on the creek.